You ever look at a car with a mirror-like clear coat and wonder how in the world they got it that smooth, that deep, that glassy, with zero orange peel, zero dust, zero streaks? Like it just came out of some factory in a bubble somewhere. Well, today I'm about to show you exactly how that's done. And trust me, it's not what you think. Most guys think you need some crazy professional spray booth, thousands of dollars in equipment, years of experience just to lay down clear coat that looks like glass. And yeah, that helps. But what I'm going to show you today is how you can get results that'll have people asking if you sent this thing to a body shop using tricks that most YouTube tutorials won't even tell you about. We're talking about the stuff that separates a paint job that looks okay from one that looks like it belongs in a showroom. So if you've ever wanted to know the real secrets behind that deep, glassy, clear coat finish, stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to look at car paint completely different. So before I even touch the paint, I already wet down the floor, just a light mist of water to keep any dust from floating up into the air while I'm spraying. You can see it right here, floor's still damp. That's step one, and it's one people skip all the time. Then I went over the entire car with a microfiber cloth and a proper grease and wax remover, wiped down every single panel, no fingerprints, no residue, nothing left behind that could mess with how that clear coat lays down. And don't forget your floor either, because dust doesn't just come from the air, it kicks up from underneath you too if you're not careful. Now this right here is a step a lot of people either skip or rush through, and that's blowing down the car with an air blow gun before you even think about spraying. And I'm not just talking about the panels, I'm talking about every gap, every seam, every little crevice where dust likes to hide. Door jambs, mirror mounts, around the badges, underneath the trim, all of it. Because here's the thing, dust doesn't just sit on the surface waiting for you. It hides in these little pockets, and the second you start spraying, the air movement pulls it right back out and drops it into your wet clear coat. That's how guys end up with a perfect looking job that's suddenly covered in specks they can't explain. Now, if you're working outside, which a lot of us are, you can't control the environment like a booth, so you've got to move like a pro about it. That means working with the wind, not against it, standing so you're not blowing dust back toward the car or toward your spray area, and working section by section instead of just randomly blasting air everywhere. You want to push that dust away from the vehicle, not around it. Get this step right, and you're already cutting down a huge percentage of the specks and imperfections before you've even picked up the gun. All right, so this is it. This is the moment everything up to this point has been building toward, because now we're actually laying down the 2K. And I gotta tell you, this part right here is where you really find out if all that prep work paid off or not. Every wipe down, every wet floor, every blast of air, it all comes down to what happens in the next few minutes. And I'm gonna be honest with you, what you're about to see is not what most people expect when they picture spray painting a car. See, everybody thinks this is just point the gun and pull the trigger, but there's something happening here that most tutorials never even mention. And it's the exact reason some guys get a flawless finish and other guys end up wondering what went wrong. I'm not going to give it away just yet, because I want you to watch exactly what happens once this paint starts hitting the panel. Keep your eyes on how it behaves the second it makes contact, because that reaction right there tells you everything about how this whole job is going to turn out. Now, 2K paint is a different beast altogether. This isn't your average rattle can. This isn't some basic single-stage stuff. There's a chemical reaction happening the moment this hits the surface, and that reaction is either going to work for you or against you, depending on what you do in these next couple minutes. A lot of guys get overconfident right here, thinking they've done the hard part already, and that's exactly when mistakes happen. Watch the panel closely as I start this first pass. You're going to notice something about how the light hits it, something that's going to look completely different by the end of this video compared to right now. That transformation, that's what we're chasing. That's the whole reason we did all that prep work, all that dust control, all that wiping down. Because none of that matters if what happens right here goes wrong. I want you to stick with me through this whole process because there's a moment coming up, and I mean it's coming up soon, where you're gonna see exactly why some cars come out looking like glass and others come out looking like a mess. It's a small thing, it's something almost nobody talks about. But once you see it, you're gonna understand why I keep saying prep and mindset matter just as much as anything else in this process. So keep watching, because what happens in the next few minutes on this panel is gonna set the tone for everything else in this build. So right now, this first coat is sitting here flashing off, and this part right here is one of those things people don't think matters, but it changes everything about how this finish is gonna turn out. You can already see it starting to happen right in front of you. That wet look is pulling back, changing, settling into something different than what it was 30 seconds ago. And there's a reason I'm not rushing this. There's a reason I'm just letting it sit right now, instead of jumping straight into the next coat. See, what's happening on this panel right now is basically invisible to most people watching, but it is doing something that determines whether this whole job comes out looking deep and glassy or comes out looking flat and lifeless. I already know exactly how long this needs to sit before I go back in, and that timing right there, that's something almost nobody talks about when they're showing you how to spray a car. Just watch this panel for a second. Watch how the light's hitting it right now compared to how it's gonna look once that next coat goes on. That difference is coming, and it's coming soon. All right, so that first coat has flashed off exactly the way it needed to, and now we're going back in for the second coat of 2K. And this right here, this is where the real transformation starts happening, because that first coat, as good as it looked, it was never meant to be the final look. It was laying the foundation. This second coat, this is where things start getting serious. Watch what happens the moment this hits the panel compared to the first pass. You're gonna notice it behaves differently, it lays differently, because the surface it's landing on right now isn't bare anymore. It's already got that first layer locked in underneath it. And that changes everything about how this paint settles, how it levels out, how it starts building that depth you're looking for in a finish like this. This is the stage where a lot of people get impatient, where they want to rush through it because it looks done already. But looking done and being done are two completely different things. And that gap right there, that's exactly what separates an amateur job from something that actually turns heads. I'm not going to sit here and break down every little detail of what's happening chemically on this surface right now. But I will tell you this. What you're watching unfold on this panel is the exact reason some paint jobs age beautifully for years, and others start looking rough within months. Look at how this panel is catching light right now. That richness, that depth that's starting to show up, that's not an accident. That's everything we did earlier. The dust control, the wipe down, the flash time, all of it converging right here in front of you. Now here's the thing, I know a lot of you are waiting on the clear coat, and I get it. That's the part everybody wants to see. But that clear coat process deserves its own video, its own time, because there's a whole layer of stuff that goes into getting that finish looking like glass. And I'm not gonna rush through it just to squeeze it into this one. So if you wanna see how this whole thing comes together, how this base ends up looking absolutely insane once that clear coat goes on, make sure you're subscribed, because that video is coming, and trust me, you do not wanna miss it. This build is just getting started.